Sydney Mechanical Keyboard Meetup 2019, this Saturday, November 30. If you're in the area, definitely come along to try out everything to do with mechanical keyboards. And we have a load of prizes from our generous sponsors to give away in the raffle, so be there. Alright, today we check out a mechanical keyboard that I believe may be a very attractive choice, as it has a bunch of features that you don't often see together. And this is the iQunix F96, and I have the Joker edition, but it comes in a range of interesting colorways, including this very Bunnings looking one, and to be honest, I should have went for the white version with the cat profile keycaps because that one looks clean as. In the box we have a USB Type-C cable. Unfortunately, it doesn't match the rest of the board. We have a plastic ring keycap puller, and an awesome addition is the wireless receiver. Most of the wireless boards as of late that I've reviewed haven't come with one, so that's awesome, especially if your PC doesn't have Bluetooth. Always nice to have a dust cover, and here is the keyboard itself. In the hands it feels pretty good, with a bit of heft coming in at 1.17 kilograms, and as it is aluminium there's no flex to it, so nice and sturdy. Confusingly, we actually call this sort of keyboard a 96 key layout, but this actually has 100 keys, which did legit confuse me as I was trying to figure out what keys were missing. So for reference, a standard ANSI full-size keyboard is 104 keys. Basically, it's like a compressed full-size keyboard, removing all the gaps between the clusters. So to do that, we squeeze in the arrow keys here, which removes one key to the left of those, and the 0 on the numpad is now a 1U. Then we have the typical 1.75U right shift that's seen on majority of compact keyboards. So what's missing is insert, pause break, scroll lock, and menu or Windows key, and all of those are available on the secondary layer anyway. And that gives us the primary functionality of the full size, in the form factor of just a bit longer than a 10 keyless, which is awesome. It does use standard extended keycap sizes, so replacing these won't be an issue, but then you give up the Joker theme. And it does it pretty well, so obviously we have purple for the case and as the mods for the keycaps, and white for the base and green to tie it up. We do get those extra keycaps, but I think it looks pretty good in this form and not too in your face. The case is a design that they've been doing for a long time and is similar to the Keychron K2 that I recently checked out and like the Keychron K4, but this is in my opinion the real way. So we have that frame design which you may or may not like, with the joints in every corner and of course the visible screws, but the purple anodized finish looks great on the aluminium, nice and even, and is a very aesthetic looking deep purple. On the bottom we have this weird bulge that we'll see later. There's the classic aluminium cone feet, there's our switch that goes between Bluetooth and wired modes, and this piece of plastic here, which honestly just looks horrendous, is to allow the Bluetooth to work as the whole thing is enclosed in aluminium. I don't usually disassemble this early in the video, but let's do that now. Very different from the Keychron design, and it really is just a frame, like a picture frame sort of construction. We have these aluminium pieces that screw together, and a backboard which is also aluminium. The aluminium pieces are solid, so not like the sheet metal stuff, and are about 4.2mm thick, not heavy or anything, but solid, and the base is about 2mm thick. So that bulge, yeah, that's just for the batteries, 2 of them. On the keyboard it says it has 3000 mAh worth of battery, but yeah, this is the biggest amount physically that I've seen in a mechanical keyboard. The plate is made from 1.5mm steel, so nice and sturdy, and here's the PCB. We have RGB SMD LEDs for each key. Here's where our Bluetooth magic happens, and I always get asked this in videos. This is not hot swappable. You will have to desolder in order to change the switches in this keyboard. So we just saw the internals, and yep, this is a full RGB backlit keyboard. However, we do not have backlit keycaps, so it's more like an underglow sort of thing for the caps. They're about 1.2 to 1.4mm thick, and the lighting does bleed through, which doesn't look great, but I guess it does illuminate the legends, which are die-sub by the way, so nice and durable. The other big feature, of course, is the Bluetooth capabilities. Pairing it is super simple. Make sure you have the switch on Bluetooth, as well as have Bluetooth on your device. We can pair it up to 3 devices, which are on the 1, 2, and 3 keys, so hold FN plus one of those keys and the board will start flashing. And then pair it on your device, easy as. The wireless experience has been flawless. I don't have a way to measure latency. If there is a way, let me know, but it feels very responsive. Although I didn't game with it or anything, just the typical work stuff. I didn't have any issues with missed keys or anything, and I'm just genuinely happy and comfortable using it in Bluetooth mode. As for battery life, I used that on and off and got maybe a week out of it. Tough to say as I never keep track properly. The thing with wireless is that you don't really appreciate it until it's gone. It's kind of like using a compact keyboard for the first time, and then you go back to a full-sized and you realize how different it is. Wireless is obviously convenient, and personally because I often switch and test between keyboards, I always had this on the side that was always connected and that I could always use, so that was cool, and just a lack of a cable on the desk is so clean. I have Cherry MX Reds in mind, so a light linear key switch that has no tactile bump or click. It is also available in browns and blues. Typing experience is decent. It's kind of tough going from a lubed linear top mount board with GMK keycaps to this. It feels like a typical Cherry MX Red keyboard. Bottom out is kind of quiet actually, but still loud overall with the top out noise. The stabilizers are decent, they're co-star stabs, so a bit annoying to take out these keys, and I actually broke one of the spacebar inserts, which is, yeah, annoying. So overall, I think that it packs a lot of very marketable features, the main ones being Bluetooth along with having a numpad, which we don't see often, the compact form factor making it a little easier to take around, the RGB backlighting, although we don't have backlit keycaps, and just a range of different designs and colorways, which makes things interesting, and it's all packed into an aluminium frame enclosure. It starts at $189 USD for no wireless and no RGB, but goes up to $239 for what we have. Pretty pricey, especially considering the Keychron K2 is like half of that, but the build and quality is better on the F96 and we have more design options. I think with a lot of high-end pre-builts, having Cherry MX key switches does hold it back in my opinion, because the rest of the keyboard improves in quality as the price rises, but the key switches don't. Like I said before, the white version with the cat profile caps looks like one of the picks for me, but yeah, let me know what you think. And sorry, just another reminder, SID meet this Saturday, 30th of November, be there.